welcome to Track YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about pagination in React.js tables. So in our earlier session we discussed about how we can list the data, how we can render the data in the tables, and how we can do the search and filter as well. So if you want to know about it, then please find that video in our Track YouTube channel. Okay, let's move on that. So this is the final output. It's going to be developed. Like for example, we need to give the pagination bar. After that we are going to display the headers and we need to display the data as well. So in this screenshot we can able to see like 5 records per page, right? So there are nearly 12 records are there, so 3 pages, 5 records per page. Okay, so there are nearly 3 pages. So we can split this video into 3 different tasks. First of all, we want to display the headers like ID, name, price. That is the one thing we need to display that. After that, we need to render the records, and finally we are going to set the pagination bar. Okay. So in React.js, there are various ways to do the pagination things. Okay. So in this video, I am going to utilize React Paginate package. Okay, it is available in the Node.js, so you can easily install using the following command. Because if you are planning to do the manipulation and we are going to display all the things right in a programmatical way, we can do that. For example, we can calculate how many number of records, and we can write the mechanism to display the buttons and count the buttons. Those things we need to do that manually. So so for that way you need to write lot of code. Instead of that, we can simply use this package and it is feasible for all the browsers. Okay, so the task number 1, so we need to show the columns of the table. Okay, so as usual we are going to import the React and use state and use effect. I am going to use that. So use state to store the value, persist the value, and use effect is like a did mount component in the component way of React.js. So if any changes is happening, then the use effect will be getting executed automatically. And React Paginate, that is the package we are going to utilize for the pagination bar. And I said the in line number 4, I said the per page is equal to 5 because I'm going to display 5 records per page. Okay. And I declare the constants current page and data to store and display the data. That's the reason I put that data as one of the constant, and it is having the setter method, and set the use status blank array. Also columns, to display the columns I put it as a set columns. Okay, because here we are going to display the columns, right? So that's the reason I put it as a columns, set columns, and use state of blank array. So here I just hardcode a simple JSON array. Okay, so if you don't want to hardcode that, then you can write the services to fetch the data from the services. I already put the videos to how we can fetch the data and render it into the React.js, so you can just please go through that video. So in this array I have a set of JSONs like name of the items, price, quantity, and those things I am going to display it. So that is the line number 9 to 13, and in line number 15 I am going to write a simple method called fetch data. So the purpose of fetch data is we are going to fetch the value from the above array items. Okay, so to display the columns I am just declare a variable called check calls. So I am just verifying that items of 0, is there any value in the items array or not. In this video we just hardcode that, right? Anyway, that first item in the statement we don't want that, but anyway if you are going to get the data dynamically from the uh, services, then you need to put it as item of 0. It is like a not null condition. First of all you need to make sure that that items array is having the value or not. So that's the reason I put it as items of 0, and get the headers from the items array. That's the reason object dot keys of items of 0. So what it will happen, it will take the column name from the first row, because all the in arrays, right, all the JSON is having the same keys and values, right, same keys, but it's having the different values. So object dot keys of items of 0 means it will take the keys value from first array. Okay, so it will be ID, name and price. Those are all the keys, those are all the columns. So I set it to the constant set columns of check columns. Okay, and set data of items, because items contains the entire JSON array. Here I use the use effect of fetch data. So when the page is getting rendered, the use effect will be getting automatically executed. Then control will transfer to the fetch data function. Fetch data function will take the columns and set the columns names into the columns variable, and set the items into the data variable. So this is the simple output actually shown here: ID, name, price. Okay, I will show that the complete thing in the upcoming slides. Next is counters. So page count and pages counters. That is the important thing for the pagination program, right? So we already declared that how many records needs to be getting displayed. So the per underscore page is having 5, and I set the offset. Offset means how many records getting needs to be displayed in each page, right? So offset is equal to current page into per page. So per page value is 5 and current page is 0. So 0 into 5 means it is 0. So here current page data is equal to data dot slice. So what is the value will be there in the data? So in the above screenshot I mentioned, data contains the items array. Okay. So slice means it will take the records, it will pick the records, right, from the one position to other position. So offset value is 0 and offset plus per page. So per page is 5. So first 5 records will be getting, it will take it into the current page data, and dot map row is there, right? So map row, what is the purpose of map row? Because this current page data contains the first 5 arrays values. So we need to iterate those arrays and we need to display the value. So that's the reason I put it as dot map, and row is a key. So it will iterate through each array and it needs to display the each column's value. So that's the reason I put columns dot map of, and again columns dot map is there anyway. For iterating to the map we need to create another one key. So column is a key and td row of column. So what it will happen, row contains the complete array's value. For example, the first array you can take that. So row of 0 contain id colon 1, name colon k, price colon 10, it is there. So row of column means what are all the columns are there? 3 columns: id, name and price, right? So it will take the first row of id and row of name and row of price. Okay, and I said the page count is equal to match dot seal of data dot length divided by per page. So per page value is 5. Data length, how many records are there? 12 records are there. So 12 divided by 5, it will take 2.5 and it will be getting sealed. So the page count will be 3. Okay. The next thing is we need to set the pagination bar. So pagination bar, we already utilized this package, right? React Paginate. So here you can see that line number 39, I put the div class name, simple div, and inside that I just put one header. After that, in line number 41, React Paginate. That is the package we are going to utilize that. It is having various attributes like previous button, next button. So that's the reason previous label, next label is there. Page count. So page count, what is the page count value? Okay, so page count we already calculated, so it will be 3. And on page change. So for on page change, what we need to call that? We need to call the handle page click. So the handle page click will be called and it will having the selected page number. Then it will redirect to the set current page. So set current page will set the value. Okay, and container class name is pagination, and the previous link class name. Those things are already available in that particular package, and I written a simple CSS file. Okay, so I use these things. So previous link, next link, those colors and other things. Okay, so here we are going to draw one simple table. That simple table is having the border. Okay, in line number 54 I put the headers. In headers the rows items of 0. So items of 0, it's already have the value. So column start map, columns we already saw that it's having 3 columns name, right? So it will be getting iterated. Th of obj means it will print id, name and price. Next thing is we need to render the data. So that's the reason I just call the current page data. So what is the current page data? We will go up. Okay. So it will come here. Current page data is equal to data of what is the value will be there. If you click the first page, then first 5 records will be there, and those value will be getting iterated because column star data.map is there. It will take each row, that is each array, and column start map will apply that column name and get the appropriate fields value, and we can render it. Okay, so in the same way it will be iterated for the 5 records. So here this is the complete output. So this is the page 1. If you see that left in the page 1, the previous button is getting disabled automatically. If you click the, by default it will display all these things, all first 5 records. Once you click the second button, it will navigate to the second button. So yeah, the previous button is getting enabled and it is displaying the next 5 records. Click the third button. If you see that in the second button, that next is enable state. If you click the third button, the next button will be getting disabled automatically. Okay, and 2 records are there, so that's the reason totally 12 records. So that's the reason it's displaying the third page with 2 records. So whenever you click the appropriate either page number button or previous or next button, so we already saw that once you click the button, what it will happen, it will call the handle page click method. So in line number 34, that handle page click with appropriate page number will go there. It will call the set current page method, and set current page, what it is that it's having the data, so it will take the what is the offset value we have that. Okay, so in line number 29 you saw that if I click the second page means offset is equal to current page. What is the current page value? I clicked 2, so current page will be 2 into 5, 10, so offset is 10. In the line number 31, the dot slice, the value of offset is 10 comma offset plus 5, so 10 plus 5, 15. So what it will happen, it will take the 10th record to 15th record. Okay, sorry, 11th record to 15th record. Okay, so dot map and column start map. So what it will happen, page data is equal to data dot slice of offset. So offset value is 10 and offset plus 5 means 15. So it will take the 10th record and it will iterate through the each field value and it will be getting rendered. Okay, so this is the simplest way to implement the pagination. So hope you understand about the logic and how it is working. Thanks for watching this channel. Please subscribe it, share it and like it. Happy coding. Bye bye.